Welcome back, everyone, to episode 42 of Against the Call. Today, we said in the past, this is going to be a short episode. This one's going to be a short episode. This one is most likely going to be our shortest episode yet.
Not most likely, it will be our
Yeah,
shortest
it
episode.
will be. There's not a lot that's happening, and we've also been coming out with a lot of specials so far. A lot of great guests have been on, and we're really grateful for that. And this episode is just going to be solely dedicated to giving you updates on the NHL and NBA playoffs. We're going to start off with the NHL playoffs, then we're going to get into the NBA playoffs, and our last, we can't forget it. It has to be on every episode. We have to have a little fun. Draft day, best Nickelodeon shows of
Kids
all
week.
time.
It's kids week.
So, the pregame, thank you guys for following, yada, yada, yada. If you don't know why we're stressing and why it seems a little up tempo, a little fast paced, this is finals week, guys. And we're college kids. We need good grades. I need good grades, especially. So let's just get right into it. Michael, the NHL playoffs.
Yeah, we're going to start with Monday's games. And the first game we're going to start with is the Maple Leafs versus the Lightning. Another disappointing game for the Lightning. They were up. They came out winning 2-0 at first in the first like 3 minutes. And then they were still leading most of the game.
Four
And
to one
then
at
they,
one point.
huh?
4-1 at one
Yeah,
point.
4-1 at one point. And then they get to the end and it goes into overtime and they lose 5-4 and take a 3-1 deficit. In Tampa too.
Both of the last overtime games have been in Tampa, and they've come off so strong. This team has fight in them. This team is good, but we can't discredit the Toronto Maple Leafs. This team is ready to fight, and coming down 4-1 in a game, in a hockey game, very hard to do. And then clutching in overtime, even harder. The Toronto Maple Leafs, if they beat the Lightning and went on and go on to win the Stanley Cup, I will not be mad at all because this team deserves it. This team's incredible. I saw a goal that would have had the Lightning win was saved by a Toronto Maple Leafs player right on the edge of the red line to count as a goal. He saved it.
Yeah.
I don't know who that guy was, but credit to him. Insane play. It's sad to see the Lightning like this. I like the Lightning like the Predators. I like the Lightning more than anything in hockey. And this is something I wanted to address on here as well. What's up with my team in the playoffs, bro? Both teams are down 3-1. And like God gives his hardest battles to his toughest soldiers, and that's just I love it, man. It's sad. I just can't take this anymore. Just in the series already. I'm ready to get it over with.
Ready to go on to the off season.
Yeah, I'm ready to just have fun with this playoffs. I'm
Yeah.
tired of all this.
We'll move on to the next game for you, which is a great series that's going on right now. The Devils versus the Rangers. The Devils have tied it at 2-2. The Devils are arguably the second best team in the league this year, having the third best record by half a game. They would be second best, but they're half a game under the Hurricanes at 52-22. But the Rangers are putting up a fight against them. They do not want to go home. The Rangers ended third seed in their division, and they've been showing off very good in this playoff so far. And I wouldn't be surprised if they take a win in this one.
The Rangers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen in this series. It's both evenly matched on both ends. And, there's more of a Rangers Islanders rivalry. I remember
Mm-hmm.
hearing John say that there's like a New Jersey and Rangers rivalry. That's kind of
Yeah.
there, but it's a little watered down compared to the Islanders and Rangers. But I will say that there is a little bad blood between these two, and that's why it's going back and forth. And, I wouldn't be surprised if the Rangers win it. I won't be surprised if the Devils win it. And that sounds very cliche. They're both tied right now, but
Yep.
I'm going to give credit to both of them, both tremendous teams. And I'm excited to see what this series brings.
Yeah. The Devils won 3-1. They've won back-to-back games to tie the series, and they're kind of on a hot streak right now. I want to see if they can keep it going. But the next game we have is the Golden Knights take a 3-1 lead versus the Jets. Like I said in the last episode, the Golden Knights are trying to get back to that Stanley Cup. They're trying to fulfill their first Stanley Cup, and they're showing really good right now. So I won't be surprised if they make it this year.
Yeah, Winnipeg Jets, very solid team this season. I've seen a lot of them. But the Vegas Knights, man, they're ready. I don't know if I see them going to the Stanley Cup.
Hmm.
but I definitely see him get into that conference final for sure. I think that's very, very possible.
Yeah, and I think their uniforms are super nice as well. But speaking of good uniforms, the Kraken have tied the series 3-2 versus the Avalanche. The newbies are coming out to play.
Yeah, and it's awesome to see. I love seeing Seattle, man. They're rallying around this team, and it just shows you bring the Supersonics back for sure.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
the Kraken, man, they're killing it. Please beat the Avalanche, the Lightning last year in the Stanley Cup. I don't like the Avalanche anymore, even though
Yep,
I really do like their logo, their whole aspect of the team. I like it, but
super nice.
when you defeat my team in the Stanley Cup, we got some.
The Kraken beat the defending champs 3-2 in the last game. It would be awesome to see them beat them in this series. But we'll move on to last night's games, which was the first one, Islanders versus Hurricanes. The Islanders take a they're a 3-2 deficit. They won their last game 3-2. And Hurricanes are the second best team in the league this year. So a 3-2 lead, it's pretty close for such a good team with them.
Yeah, 3-2. The Canes, man, they've improved every season. I've seen them improve, and now second best overall in the league. And they got a tough time right here.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Canes still come out of this one, but they're rallying back. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, so am I. But the next game we have is the Stars beat the Wild, and Dallas takes a 3-2 lead as well. They beat them 4-0. And a lot of people are saying the Stars are a Stanley Cup eligible team. So it would be pretty disappointing if they lose this, but I don't see that happening, especially going up 3-2 now. They only need one more game. So we'll see what happens with them.
Wait, the Stars are down?
No, the Stars are up 3-2.
Yes.
They were tied, and now
Yeah.
they just went up 3-2.
Yeah, and the Stars, they're another one of those teams that is just progressively gonna improve. They were just in Stanley Cup like 2 or 3 years ago against the Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't got much against them. I'm rooting for them in the series actually. One of our guests we've had on, Daniel Choi, plays golf at Duke. He's a big Dallas Stars guy. So I'm a rally behind him in the series, see where it goes.
Yep.
Texas teams, man. Go big or go home.
Yep. And the last game that's happened yesterday was the Edmonton Oilers versus the LA Kings, where the Oilers have taken a 3-2 lead, make with a 6-3 win. And Connor McDavid, he is trying so hard to get this team up there, and he's really putting them on his back. But they have won this game, taking a 3-2 lead, and I don't see them losing this one either. They're also big Stanley Cup contenders, as I hear. And I'm pretty sure I had them in my Stanley Cup versus the Bruins, and standing by it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. This Edmonton team is always projected to go to the Stanley Cup, and they just have not gone yet. So who knows? I feel like they're kind of like the Nuggets of the
Yeah, they definitely
NHL.
are.
Yeah, for sure. Got one of the best players in the game, and he can't make it to the Stanley Cup. So we'll see. The LA Kings are pushing. The LA Kings are, historically a very good team in the playoffs. So
Yep.
who knows?
And tonight, there's the Florida Panthers versus the Boston Bruins, where the Bruins can solidify their win and move on if, of course, they win. But the Panthers are down 3-1, so we'll see what they can do. And the Kraken and Avalanche game 5 is also tonight, and we'll see what happens there. But we're gonna end the NHL playoff update right there. We're gonna move in to NBA playoff update. And some teams have moved on, Nick. There have been new teams to move on.
Hmm.
Yep, and I'm super excited to see what happens. But we'll start with Monday. The Heat have taken a 3-1 lead on the Bucks.
How does that
So
make you feel, man? Like you
I
were
am so happy. I so that like puts a lot of pressure off the Celtics, in my opinion. I think the Bucks are an overall better team than the Heat, and I mean they've dealt with injury with Giannis, so that's kind of sucks
This
for
is
them.
gonna
But
make me laugh so hard. You are shitting on the Heat right
I'm
now.
not sure. No, I
You
think the
just
Heat
said
are
it
a good
takes
team.
pressure off the Celtics because
I do. I think it is. I think the Bucks are a
you
better
think
team.
but you're saying that the Heat are an easier team to beat than the Bucks.
I do think that.
And that's why I'm saying it's gonna be funny when the Heat come out and they start putting the pressure on the Celtics.
They
This
always do. I'm not saying they
this
won't.
Heat team is incredible right now. Jimmy Butler is
52 points.
different breed right now. Like you can't dog on him right now. And it's also good to mention Kevin Love is on this team. Talk about playoff experience.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know. I'm excited. I'm excited.
I am excited for this Heat team. And honestly, if the Celtics don't make it, I would rather have the Heat because I do like this. I like everyone on that Heat. There's no one I really hate on that team. But they are up 3-1. We'll see if they can pull it through and finish this series. But the other game that happened on Monday night was Grizzlies Lakers, and the Lakers have taken a 3-1 lead, as Nick said earlier, 117 to 111. Braun was hyped in this game. He like he's getting hyped.
Dude, all I can say, man, is I hate hearing people in the sports world say this, and I'm gonna say it just to piss people off. The script writers, man. It's the script writers, dude. They want LeBron to go on, and
I mean, that Lakers team did amazing. But every single one of their starters had at least 12 points. And other than Anthony Davis, each had 15 plus points.
yeah,
Plus
without yeah, go ahead.
plus a 12-point game from Dennis Schroeder off the bench.
Yeah, it's like all jokes aside with script writing, I hate that so much, by the way. Like, if you're my friend and you say it, I don't really care. But if you come on the show, you talk about like script writers, I'm just like, bro, okay, whatever.
But
Um,
if you can tell they're joking, though.
yeah, but there's some. No, I'm saying that
No,
there's
I know there are some that actually
that
believe it's script writers.
like it's annoying, but I can say this. All credit to the Lakers. I mean, like I mentioned in the episode, the last episode we did, episode 41, like he poked the bear. Dylan Brooks poked the bear, and
Yeah,
that bear was one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
arguably the greatest.
And we're seeing now that LeBron is ready, and I mean, Grizz in seven.
Grizz in seven, very possible. We've seen it happen before. But other than that, going on to Tuesday's games, the eliminations games, there's two teams that went through last night. But we'll start with the first game, which is Hawks versus Celtics. Such a disappointing game. Joe Mazzulla needs to take out Marcus Smart in these like last minute games. He needs to put in either Brogdon or someone else, but Marcus Smart cannot be in the end. He fouled on when we're up. And there is a cut like 10 seconds left and he goes and fouls, and then it just goes on from there. Celtics lost 119-117. They do have game 6 in Boston, so we'll see what happens. But it was a great game from Trae Young. He made a long three that would take the lead, and I don't know why he keeps getting hate. He is definitely one of the top point guards in this league.
Yeah, most definitely. It's just more of like it's like he has a big chip on his shoulder. I mean, coming out of Oklahoma and averaging over 30 points a game in college, super hard to do. So, I mean, he's already set this high standard for himself that it's kind of hard to overcome. I mean, he's proving himself time and time again. He's proven Michael wrong. Michael said the Hawks would that was the last time the Hawks would win in the series, and they come back out and they win the game, and now it's 3-2. I mean, who knows what happens next? Maybe that Trae Young three has sparked something in this Hawks team.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I hope it doesn't. But Trae Young had a final stat line of 38 points, 13 assists, which is absolutely crazy. He had like 15 or 20, 15 to 20 points in the final quarter, which is absolutely insane. But we'll move on to the next game, which is Clippers at Suns, where the Suns have defeated this Clippers team 136 to 130. So disappointing. I really wanted to see the Clippers move on. And the Clippers cannot catch a break because it just came out that Kawhi Leonard tore his meniscus. So he's out for a while. Who knows if he's out for the beginning of the next season.
He's a robot, bro. They just do little repairs and he's back out
He really
there.
is. He's like, dog, this man is the most plain Jane guy. Like you said, we won't hear anything from him once he retires.
Probably not. And I mean, that's why he's loved. Like, that's why nobody hates Kawhi Leonard unless you're a Heat fan. You probably don't like Kawhi Leonard a little bit because of that
Just
final.
because how good he is.
Yeah, exactly.
But Russell Westbrook had a final stat line of 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. The best player on the Clippers on that night was Norman Powell. He led the team with 27 points, but also Mason Plumlee off the bench came off with 20 points and 10 rebounds. So there's players had solid games, however, just not good enough to beat this super team of the Suns, where Kevin Durant had 31 points, Devin Booker had 47 points, 10 assists, and 8 rebounds. And then DeAndre Ayton also had 21 points with 11 rebounds. This team is absolutely insane. They are the next super team, in my opinion.
I mean, what do you mean next? They already are. They already are a super team.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like for a while, I feel like this team is going to be together for at least 2 to 3 years.
If KD stays, I mean, who knows where KD
Honestly,
will
yeah, if they
go.
don't win the finals this year, he's probably gone.
Yeah, exactly. If
Or no,
they
they'll add Kyrie, and then they'll lose, and then they'll be gone.
no, I think it's more of like this. KD wins the ring this year, in this super team, and then he leaves again to go prove himself again, and then he just go on and win another super team. Like that's just how he works.
The endless cycle. OKC nearly gets there, loses, goes to Golden State with the super team, wins a few rings, goes to that Nets, try to prove himself, gets swept in the playoffs, leaves, goes to the Suns. Wouldn't be surprised if they win now. But I can just see the fans. We the best team. We the best team. Now y'all just a super team. So if y'all didn't win, that's kind of crazy. But the last game that happened was Nuggets versus Timberwolves. With Denver finally got the gentleman sweep over the Timberwolves, 112 to 109. And the Wolves were actually had a fight at the beginning of this game. They were winning the first quarter, but
But it's
Jokic,
a
dude.
four-quarter game, so it
Yep.
don't matter.
Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic just had two amazing games. Murray had 35 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and Jokic had 28 points, 12 assists, and 17 rebounds. Man, they had a triple double to get this team out of the playoffs and to reset their season. But
Absolutely.
this Timberwolves team's not gonna lie was kind of a disappointment this year. I thought they were gonna be past the plan. I thought they would make maybe 6 seed, but they didn't. Rudy Gobert was kind of I've heard like bad things about him. He's not really a big team chemistry guy. Looks like it's ruining it down there. But
I mean, we already knew this. Think about the Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert drama. That was forever. Like that lasted so long.
but yeah, Anthony Edwards had 29 points. Carl Anthony Towns had 26 points with 11 rebounds, but Rudy Gobert did have a great game at 16 points and 15 rebounds. But that will end it there. And the Nuggets will be facing the Suns in the next round, and the Sixers are waiting for their opponent in their second round. But tonight, the Knicks versus Cavs. The New York is leading 3-1, and they're looking to take out this young Cavs team, which is so disappointing to me. If they go through, we told our friend Zachy we'll have him on so he can talk his shit and see.
Delusional New York fan
We'd
might be
love to
back
see a
at us.
delusional New York fan on this podcast, but I really hope they don't win. I would love to see the Cavs just come back and beat them, but I don't know now. This next team is they're on fire. They're doing great, and this I don't know. Like these guy players don't know what's going on. They're like, what? Like, dude, they're gone. They're just not doing well. But Lakers also can go on tonight if they beat the Grizzlies. It's in Memphis, so maybe the Grizzlies can win this one, and I hope they do. Go John Morant. I'm a John Morant supporter. Always have been.
Glad you've flipped the switch, man. You came to the light side. I love to hear it.
Anyways, and then another series that can end tonight is the Heat and Bucks. Like I said, the Heat are up 3-1. They look to end the series. It's in Milwaukee, and it's going to be really hard for them, especially since in Milwaukee, Giannis is back. So we'll see what happens with them. And finally, the Warriors and Kings. This is the game, the series that everyone is watching. De'Aaron Fox has decided he is going to play with a fractured index finger. That the heart in this guy, bro. The heart he has to
Pulling
win.
up Ja Morant.
Dog, yeah, he is the staple in this team. Obviously, without him, they are not winning the series. So he has a good reason to come in and play. But I hope for the best with them. I really hope they beat Draymond. I hate Draymond so much. He's the worst player in this league.
I'd agree. Who doesn't agree? I'm sure there are some Warriors fans out there that stick up for him till they die, but I respect that.
Yeah, he has beef with Harrison Barnes for some reason.
What was
Harrison Barnes,
that was
like
crazy.
invited the entire Warrior because he was on the Warriors and he
Yeah.
invited them to his wedding except for Draymond.
Like you saw what Draymond said about Harrison Barnes, right?
No, what?
Harrison Barnes missed a game-winning three, and then Draymond was like, "Yeah, I've seen that before."
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Uh,
What if you hit a game winning 3 years old? What if
uh,
you hit a game winner? Like, dog, shut up. You've been caring about your team your entire career. Like, it just pisses me off. But you have anything else to add?
yeah, I do. I'm actually wearing this hat for a specific reason. Paolo Banchero,
Oh, yep, I
Rookie
did
of the
see that.
Year. Um, super,
Not surprised,
super.
really.
Yeah, no one's really surprised about it. It's more just uplifting thing for the people of Orlando, for all the Magic fans out there. I mean, it's cool. It's definitely cool.
Yeah.
Paolo deserves it more than anything.
Yeah,
And
he has a really bright future.
as far as any of the playoffs goes, um, this was filmed on Wednesday, April what 25th, so
April
uh,
26th.
or April 26th, yeah. So a lot of this stuff might be old news, but we're still going to report on it. Obviously, we talked about some of the games that are happening tonight as of tonight, and we're excited to see where that goes. But always going to be giving out the content. So, anything else you guys say about NBA?
That's it.
All right,
So,
well, let's jump into the draft day then.
yep. And the first pick comes back to Michael with I had the first pick. Woo!
It only lasted two episodes, bro. Like yeah, they had to give a little like taste of the streak that Michael always goes on, and then it gets swept right under my feet. How many picks
Well,
are we doing for this?
10.
Man, I don't even have a draft pool, so let's leave it up to the noggin, man.
I think it's pretty easy, but obviously with my first it's Nickelodeon draft like we said before. My first pick, it has to be SpongeBob. SpongeBob has to go first.
Yeah, of course. You'd be stupid not to choose that. I'm gonna go just off the top of my head, Fairly Odd Parents. I mean,
Yeah, that's a good
that
great
was
one.
that was kind of like my go-to as a kid.
Yeah, I would have picked that in my next one. That was a great pick. But with my next one, I'm gonna go to my non-animated series go to honestly, in my opinion, the greatest one, Drake and Josh.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot that was even on there. I'll stick with you. Give me iCarly.
Yep. It's a great one. With my next pick, I'm gonna go with give me Victorious.
Super solid. Give me the guys, the boys. Give me Big Time Rush, man.
Uh, dude, I was watching that like a few months ago with Kyle. We're just at his house. I saw that was on Netflix, so we watched it. Dude, it's actually so cringe. I don't know why I thought it was that. It was the funniest
Well,
thing.
anything you watch now as like a kid, it was
Not
cool.
SpongeBob still has me dying, dude. I'm not gonna and Drake and Josh as well. Those two actually I still laugh really hard at them. But with my next pick, give me Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Yeah, great show. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it with the OGs. Give me Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a great one. Jimmy. With my next pick, hmm, this is hard. We're starting to lower it down. Give me, hmm, ah, this one. Give me a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, I remember that like reboot that they did. Um, Pretty solid. I think they also had one on like Cartoon Network too.
Hmm.
Give me Danny Phantom.
Yep, that's a good one. Had that one on my list. Honestly, didn't think you were gonna pick him, so I didn't say it yet. Okay, hmm, give me Sam and Cat.
Yeah, a little underrated show, I
Yeah,
guess you
super
could
kind of
say.
underrated in my
Um,
opinion.
I'm gonna pick a show that I actually loved. I love this show, Fanboy and Chum Chum.
I think I had them on my list. I never really watched it, but I do know what you're talking about.
Great,
Fam Fam
great
and Chum
show.
Chum.
Yeah, great show.
Yeah, that is a good one. Chum Chum. All right, for my next pick, hmm, I'm gonna go in the newer route. Give me Henry Danger.
Yeah, like that was around the time I remember it a little bit, but it was kind of around the time I was getting out of like watching
Yeah, it was
these
like the
kind of
very
games.
last show I kind of watched on Nick and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. Um,
This is
you
your
know,
seventh pick.
my seventh.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, yeah, give me Dora.
Wait, that's no, that's Disney, right?
No, that's Nick, bro.
Oh, I thought we weren't doing a Nick Jr. or Nick at
It
Night.
wasn't a Nick, it wasn't a Nick Jr. There wasn't a Nick Jr. show when it was on, bro.
All right, fine. I'll let it slide, Dora. All right, in that case, give me Diego.
In that case, give me the damn backyardigans, baby.
All right, backyardigans. All right, I'll get out of this one. Give me Zoe 101.
Yeah, that was gonna be it. And if you pick that one, I gotta go with a classic. I didn't watch it that much, but I do know it's a great show, The Rugrats.
Yeah, that's a great show. That's like one of the first Disney, I mean Nick shows. All right, with my last pick, hmm, give me this one was not popular at all, but it was one of my favorite shows. It's called My Babysitter's a Vampire.
That's a Disney show.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was
No.
really?
Yes, that's a
What?
Disney show.
Oh, I thought that popped up on my Nick shows.
Because I was gonna put that on the Disney Channel one. I was like, it's not really that great.
Oh,
I liked it, but yeah, no,
interesting.
that's a Disney show.
Oh, well, then give me. Hmm, there's a couple I can go here. All right, I'll go a classic. Give me a Hey Arnold.
Super good. All right. Yeah, my last pick. There's a few other like oldies that you could pick, but one of the really ones that I really remember and I kind of enjoyed, Cat Dog.
Yeah, I had that one on my list. All right, well, that ends it for the draft. Team Mike consists of SpongeBob, Drake and Josh, Victorious, Avatar, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Sam and Cat, Henry Danger, Go Diego Go, Zoe 101, and Hey Arnold. Yeah, and Team Nick is Fairly Odd Parents, iCarly, Big Time Rush, Jimmy Neutron, Danny Phantom, Fam Fam and Chum Chum, Dora the Explorer, Backyardigans, the Rugrats, and Cat Dog. Let us know in the comments who you think won this draft. And that's going to head us right into the post game of our show. So, everyone, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Against the Call. You can always use our code ATC for $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. And if you're a little tired going to one of those, whatever you're about going to, use our code Against the Call in all caps at www.w.gg for some W. You can get 10% off your next purchase anytime, anytime. And what else? Oh yeah, merch. Hit us up. We got merch.
Yeah, it's very comfy. Very, very, very
Super
comfy.
comfortable. Super
And
comfortable.
and like I say this every episode because it's true. It's going off the shelves, man. Like, we got to restock our inventory fairly soon. But last call for some purchases, so hit us up before we get some kind of new designs in and stuff like that. And other than that, I do want to mention that we've encountered one of our first haters, guys. I don't. I was scroll. It was late at night, and I'm so dedicated to this. I was just looking at some stuff, and I went back to our old interview with Frosty. This was like episode 16, and I read a comment. Frosty had commented himself. He's like, first date, kind of nervous. He's a funny guy. He's leaving a funny joke, and I guess one of his fanboys that are out there, he decided to comment on our thing, and he was like, or comment on his comment, and he was like, "Why are you doing a podcast with these guys?" Well, first off, these guys are pretty cool. I'd like to think they're pretty cool. First off, and second off, man, like it's just funny. It was funny
It
to
was
me
super
whenever
funny.
I was reading it, and yeah, we have our first hater. So if you guys see him, let us know. And he actually commented on our latest episode. I guess he saw the comment back that I commented at him, and he said, "Why don't you do live guest? Like, why don't you have guests on your live?" Pretty fair idea. I'm going to give it to him. That's a pretty solid idea. But like I said in my comment back to him, element of surprise. We got to keep you guys on your feet. You never know what guests we're gonna have. We don't spoil it beforehand. And that's just who we are, and that's what we're gonna keep doing. And shout out to him though. He watched the videos. We appreciate that. And haters, lovers, doesn't matter. We're gonna keep doing this thing. I enjoy it a lot, and we got
Comments just help us anyway. So
yeah. Comments always help, man. It always helps the algorithm. I
any
think
publicity is good publicity, as some people might say,
and it's true. It's very true.
especially for us right now.
We need any that we can get. Just don't do anything wild yet, okay? Um, but what I will say is, yeah, keep following Instagram, Twitter. Finally got our Twitter back. I don't know if you guys knew that. We mentioned it before, but Twitter back, all that stuff. So please just help us out. We need anything that we can get. And thank you guys for watching for sure. And we got some special episodes planned. That's why this one's kind of shorter. We're gonna be filming 2 in one day tomorrow. Well, as the day that we're posting this, it'll be that night. So exciting times. I can't wait to see what brings us here. And am I just filling time right now so that way this episode looks a little bit longer? Maybe. But that's going to do it for episode 41 of Against the Call. This was just a playoff update, super simple. And we will catch you guys in the next one.